What's going on, YouTube? Yo, I'm checking in with another video. And the mic's still crazy, so I guess I'm gonna have to talk up on this one too. Yeah, so we're gonna get right into this one. And man, today we're gonna be touching on a lot of topics, but it's just been kind of God putting it on my heart to kind of touch on my twin flame journey, which to my fake twin flame journey in my head, right? Because man, like a lot of people, everybody don't have twin flames, but I do. And I guess a twin flame is somebody who supposed to share the same soul as you. And I guess, as y'all reincarnate, y'all have different obstacles y'all are supposed to. If twin flames can get together, if y'all can build, y'all supposed to build like 10 of pentacles, 10 of cups. That's like the ultimate happiness and financial blessings from your ancestors, blessings from God, able to build generational wealth and break generational curses. Because I want to touch on that too. Like if you've been dealing with narcissism and you an empath or a person in general, you got karmic debt. And so you gonna pretty much, if you were chosen one, by the time you found out you was chosen, it was other people that already knew this. And sorry to tell you, but they put some spells on you. That's the reason why you've been dealing with narcissists. That's the reason why you've been going through a lot of different trials and tribulations in your life. Your parents or older siblings, aunties and uncles saw something in you and they put that hex down on you. That's why when you eat somebody's food and you get sick, man, you best believe somebody done whoop-de-whopped you, you know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, especially if it's somebody you know. Or you go out with your family, next thing you sick, you be careful when you go out with people that you know and you got your food and drinks around. But, okay, so my twin flame journey, man, it's like I left a demon, right? Because my kid's mother ain't nothing but a demon. My ex-wife, her whole family is like the devil's kids, man. They all devils, right? They all toxic. I always say toxic. They all toxic, narcissistic, demonic individuals, right? And she is, a low life. But I don't try to downplay anybody. I don't like to just talk about people and just say low life, even if that's what they are. Let's just say that she just don't have nothing to offer me or nobody else, my kids or nothing, you know what I'm saying? And that's kind of my fault. Like, how did I get in this situation? But I do believe that I was under a spell. And I believe I'm breaking those spells, which are curses on your life. Like if you see something like a lot of people dying in your family, it's some type of curse going on. It's a spell or something ain't right with that. And you got to be aware of these things in your life, especially when you're dealing with a lot of people that's turning to the dark side. Can't wait to get to the dark side. Can't wait to sell their soul. Can't wait to, like one time, because I'm a rap artist, right? And so one time, one of my boys was telling me, man, there's plenty of people trying to get in the Illuminati right now. I said, cut it out. And he showed me this website where it was people in line trying to sell their soul to the devil, man. Yeah, that's how it is out here. And so we dealing with a lot of toxic people. It's almost like family ain't family no more. Family ain't family no damn more, man. And I don't say that just to say everybody, but I'm just saying in the gist of it by the percentages of from when the time I was growing up to the time that's now. And maybe that's just from my perspective. But family just don't seem like it's family no more. It's like you can get along with somebody that you meet on the street and just getting to know people better than you can with family. And that don't mean I'm gonna just get to know your ass because you meet me on the street either, nigga. I got intuition now. And discernment. And so, okay, so I was leaving the one demon, right? And so it was like, I'll never forget. I had a choice to make. Man, this demon had did me so dirty. We're gonna get over that. I think I might have told a story about this, but it was already done. The damage was done. I'm on the freeway in Florida with my bags packed, and I'm like, I know I had a woman who I was building, a little something with when I was in Texas, and she wanted me to come to Texas with her, and so I'm like, okay, that's an option. And then I'm like, but my kids is in Florida. And this is what I mean by sometimes you can make decisions by using your emotions and not your head and make bad decisions. So I'm like, okay, my kids in Florida, so I got to stay in Florida. So I'm like, okay, I have some money, so I'm just going to go get a hotel right here in Florida and just wake up and start grinding. That's one of the great things about my job. It's like, if my life is all, like we talked about this, like me and like the top elite guys. That's what we called ourselves, something like the elite something. But the elite guys in my field, we all sat down and came up with, how to make what we do work. And what we came up with, it is just go to work. Because there's money to be made in the business in the field that we in. So if all chips is down, go to work. And that's what I did. I said, everything crazy, man, I'm just gonna go to work. So I got me a hotel in Tampa. I've never lived in Tampa. I lived in parts of Florida. My home was in St. Pete for like 3 years. And then I lived in different parts with my kid's mother, here and there. And I ain't gonna say with her because she lived with me. You know what I'm saying? There was only one time that I ever lived with her, and I regret that in my life. And so I'm like, okay. And this me still being a little codependent at this time. Right here. Like, that's why I had to build my independence and learn from these narcissists. Now, I learned all about narcissism, and I know all about narcissists, and I can break all the narcissists down and all this, right? And man, I ran into a devil. I left the demon and ran into a devil, but didn't know it, right? So I met a woman. So I'm like, how lucky could this be, right? So I'm like, I wasn't in Tampa for about a week. Before I even paid my hotel again for the next week, I done met this woman while I'm out working. And it seemed like it was like, and this ended up being my twin flame. It seemed like it was like heaven sent. Because it was like, it's crazy because I had built. But, she helped because I'm going to say like, I'm going to say like me being codependent was like I was saving money staying with her. And she liked me because I had a nice car. Then I ended up having a car and a truck. So the car was like pretty much hers. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, at first it was like the relationship was like we liked each other and this and that and that. And she didn't even know I had no nice car. And she was on me, and we was, I was going over there. Our apartment. Matter of fact, I had a rental, and the rental was like a little scrub bucket. She wasn't impressed with it. It was nothing. She didn't even know my car was in the shop. That was another reason why I didn't leave Florida too, because I was like, my car was in the shop. I was in a rental, and it had just went down like overnight. It was like she had called the police on me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to bring that up. I'd be hating to bring up so many subjects. I'm gonna get back to what I was just saying though. I gotta bring this up. This was on my mind. If you want to piss a narcissist off or see if somebody is a narcissist, teach a kid who they trying to train to be codependent. Start teaching that kid and watch that kid learn from you in their presence. And that narcissist will flip. Every time that I have taught a kid who I can tell that narcissist want to train, whether it be my kid or their grandkid or a kid that I see they trying to train to be codependent, and I'm teaching them something, and it's something that I almost teach the narcissist something too, and the narcissist view me doing this teaching, it hurts their ego that you smarter than them. That you can teach a kid so easily, that you are something that, because some people have a hard time teaching kids. They just yell at them, do this problem. Like me, I actually could teach a kid Like, it took a while, because when I first started trying to teach a kid, I was like that. I'd be like, do this, I'll do it. I'll get frustrated, but now I know how to, because I didn't coach. I'm a basketball coach. And I got 4 sons now. So I ain't new to this. I'm true to this. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, yeah, do that. If you want to know if somebody is narcissistic, teach a kid in front of them. That will piss a narcissist off. Narcissists hate positivity, man. And the worst thing a devil want to see is kids learn. They want the kids to be taught to be workers. Okay, and so with that being said, I was talking about, okay, so the relationship turned into that. But in the beginning, it was good. And I say it was good because, like, we had came up, you know what I'm saying? Like, my goal was to stay right there and start a barbecue business. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. I wanted to start a barbecue business for my kids. Like me, I'm the type of person that I wouldn't want to start a barbecue business and then be at that barbecue business for the rest of my life. Like, I'm the type of person that I would want to start a barbecue business, grow it, maybe turn it into a franchise, and then next thing you know, I'm selling cars, or I got a car dealership too. Like, but I would want to keep that business or the revenue from that business created so that my sons can have that one day. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's what I did. I started a barbecue business. I'm a dog in the kitchen. Like, I know everybody want to say they could cook and all that. But yeah, I got my own little swag. I got my own swag when I do everything. I don't do nothing like how everybody else do it. Like, I'm not going to talk about narcissism like how everybody else talk about narcissism, because I do my own thing. This is my creation. I'm expressing my godliness through my self-expression. Like, even when I make my music, I don't look at it like, oh, did I make $1 billion? No, I look at it like I express myself. One day when they go back and look, and 1,000 years from now, they can pull up some stuff and be like, man, look what this dude was saying. Because I be talking about some stuff too, you know what I'm saying? Or my kids. What if my music could pay off for my kids one day? Or anything, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just an expression though of me. This is an expression of me. Like, I don't come here for the money. Like, some people probably come on YouTube just for the money. I don't think like that. I just think like, hey, I'm building something, and if I'm gonna get better at doing it, then one day I could teach my kids how to do this, and my kids can build their own channels and different things like that. There's so many different things that could come from, you know what I'm saying, doing this. Then I got a surprise for y'all too that kind of helps. This helps me with my field that I'm going into. Yeah, so this is my purpose. This got a lot to do with my purpose. Oh, and so, okay, so I met her and things started going good. And it's like, it's crazy because it's like, man, it's like I met the devil. And okay, when I met her, right, it's like, I was doing door-to-door sales. And so I'm out knocking on the doors, right? And so it was like, I was kind of spiritually, this is my twin flame. I was kind of spiritually led over there. It was like every day I'd go past that complex and I'd be like, I should go over there. And then I'd be like, no, I ain't going over there. Every day I would do that. Then one day I was just like, went over there and knocked. And it was like, before I knocked on the door, God was talking to me. He was like, don't act like you ain't never seen no beautiful woman before either. Well, okay, what you got up your sleeve, right? So then, boom, a little girl came to the door, and I was like, "Hey, it's your parents' home?" She's like, "Hold on, let me grab my grandma." And she went back, and then she grabbed her, and it was like the woman who I ended up picking when she came to the door, and she was kind of very nice looking. You know what I'm saying? I mean, black men, we like a woman with a nice posterior, red bone, nice posterior, cute in the face, So I'm like, okay, yeah, she's straight, or whatever the case may be. And so she has service already, and I really don't deal with people that have service. I'm looking for people that don't have service, or people that have a different type of service so that I can switch them over to my service, right? I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm good at it. I hire people. This is what I do, right? This is like what I used to do. I'm not doing that right now. I kind of switch up. I'm doing some other stuff right now. But yeah, like So she like, I'm like, okay, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Have a nice day. But I could tell she peeping because it's like as I'm leaving, it's like she breaking her neck to kind of look, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know I got a body, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for my age, I'm still got a nice little build. Don't take much from a for distance to see that I work out, you know what I'm saying? And so, she looked, I could tell she checked me out. She looking at it. She looking at it. It's like, cause I really, you would think, by me doing this type of job, I'm just meeting all type of women all day. No, it ain't like that because it's like, for one, I got a lot of boundaries and I don't just deal with everybody. So it's like I'm trying to be picky. I done dealt with narcissists before, so I'm trying to find somebody that's not a narcissist. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, so it's like, I started going about my business. I go to the neighbor, go to a couple of neighbors, and as I'm going to a couple of neighbors, and it's like I'm turning the lot. It's like it's almost like the projects. It's the hood in Tampa. And so it's like as I'm turning the little corner to finish my little route, she come out to go to her mailbox. The mailbox like at the end of the parking lot, so she got to walk past me to get to the mailbox. I feel like she trying to show me her ass, you know what I'm saying? But she got something on that's kind of covering it, but it's so kind of like you can still see it. You know how us men are. Women can be trying to hide it all day. Men, we see everything. You might think you're trying to hide it, but we can see. That's how it was. She was trying to hide it, but I could still see. So she would do little stuff like that to make me think that she wasn't toxic. You know what I'm saying? But then it was like, that didn't last long before she had the booty shorts on. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna give you a little so that's how it kind of went down. So then it was like, me, I got a lot of confidence in games. So if I see somebody that I like, I will just go up to them and holler at them. You know what I'm saying? Well, that's how I used to be. That got me in a lot of trouble. I don't do that no more. I don't do that. I don't just be hollering at everything that I like that no more. I mean, I just be I let everything go past. I be single. I don't really be messing with women like that right now. And it ain't really got to do with, me not liking women. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I really don't really meet no women that I really. That's what I'm saying. My standards have went way up, because I do so much for myself now. I love on myself so much that my standards is real high, and it's like I almost feel like I gotta go to another race because I feel like black women, and I could be just wrong as fuck right now. Check me if I'm wrong now, but black women just got so many options. Like, to me, black women are the most beautiful women in the world. And they just take too much advantage of that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can get a woman that's just as beautiful as in another race, and they feel like they need to take care of their man, and their man take care of them, and they want to build and have kids. I'm not saying everybody of that race, and I'm not saying every black woman. It just seemed to me that's where the path I'm starting to go to, because I be turning down a lot of women of other races, and it just seemed like, dang, is that what I'm supposed to date? That's who like be checking me out and approaching me nowadays. But maybe that's because that's the neighborhood I live in and the areas I be in now. I don't be in the hood that much. I mean, I be in the hood like when I work and stuff like that, but I don't be in the hood like I used to be in the hood. So I be like where I be at, I'm around a lot of multiracial people. But with that being said, yeah, like, man, you got, okay, so boom, I met her, I approached her, hey, how you doing? I'm David, you know what I'm saying? I was, got to wrapping it up, and we kind of clicked real fast, which most narcissists do. That should have been a red flag right there. But, we clicked real fast. And a lot of times in the dating world right now, it's like, it's a lot of game playing, where it's like, you text a person, you wait for them to hit you back, they text you, they gotta wait for you to hit them back. It's a little game, and you gotta know how to play the game, because you take too fast, they think the interest too high. If you text too slow, they think you playing around. So you gotta know how to move in the new age world of texting and meeting people and everything like that. But this wasn't like that. This was like, I met her one day, I think I moved in like 2-3 days later. You know what I'm saying? And it was like because I was codependent, because I didn't have even though she was nice looking and everything, I wouldn't have did that if I wouldn't have been thinking like, oh, I gotta pay this hotel every week, or I could be saving money staying with her. She on Section 8. she paying $80 a month. You know, I could come up. And I did. And she was thinking like, even though I did like her, but how could I love her? We just getting to know each other. So it's like we both being codependent. And she, at the time, she had a raggedy truck. She hate when I say that, but she had a raggedy truck. And I had, the rental was at least clean. You know what I'm saying? It was at least modern. It was nice. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nice as my car, but it was nice. And so it was like, it wasn't my style. It was just a little bullshit ass like something. But yeah, it wasn't like my swag. And then she didn't even know I had a car. I wasn't gonna let her know. But then it was like, I ain't gonna even lie. You gotta be careful with these narcissists too, because in the beginning she helped me out a lot. Because I'm telling you, I came to her from a demon, but she seen that shit and she had her veins ready. Right? This devil had her veins ready. My twin flame is a devil, and she had her veins ready. It's like, if I'm the light, she the dark side of me all the way. Like, even her damn pets is dark. Her dog probably going outside bullying the other dogs right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the pets is fucking evil. And so, yeah, this devil, she ended up helping me. Like, I've never had a woman help me like this devil did in the beginning, but it was just a trap. That's what the devil do. The devil help you. But it's some shit at the end of it though. So this devil did help me. Like, this is what happened, okay? I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all. This is like one of the worst times of my life. It was like some motherfuckers I believe really did some spell work on me. And really, I believe this was, my baby mama did some spell work on me. It's like, it was like my kid's mother would do like a birthday party for my kids, and I won't go. Then I'll do my own separate birthday parties for my kids. That's the type of dad I am. I always want to do my own thing with my own kids. I don't mess with them because I see what's going on. It's a whole bunch of toxicity and narcissism going on. So I'm keeping myself out of that. And so we go, she come over there for what I don't know. But the time that she left from my house, man, this is when the time I didn't even know nothing about no spell work or nothing like that. Like, I recently just came into understanding about my spirituality. I don't even got my stuff on. I usually always be strapped up. But yeah, like I don't really like, I've never like, matter of fact, I'm gonna get my protection. Hold on a second. Yeah. I'm like running around without that thigh, y'all. Nope. Don't catch me slipping on like that right there. Anything you send, I send back times 10, right back at you. Yeah, so it's like, in the name of Jesus too, to even make it more powerful. But yeah, like, so yeah, she helped me out. I ain't gonna even go into all of the details. She helped me out. You know what I'm saying? And I say help out, I ain't talking about like no little money. No, she helped me out with some bands. Like, yeah, she helped me out. I was in a situation when I met her and she helped me out, gave me a place to stay. And I'm a hustler. Like, nobody ain't never done nothing for me. So it was like I was able to take that and turn it into something. I was able to take that and like, okay, she helped me out. And so I wasn't feeling as stressed out. And I did what we do. I went to work and I made some money and I made her some money. We both got some money. So I felt like it was almost like she got me because it was like I'm the type of person that like nobody never did nothing for me. So it was almost like she gave me 3 bands. I turned around and put 20 bands in her hand and then gave her daughter like 17 bands. Like, that's how we was getting money doing. We lived in the projects. But we was planning on moving, but it was just crazy, right? But it was like, we was together for like 4 months. But after 2 months into the relationship, I knew that this shit wasn't gonna work and I was gonna be out of there. So the other 2 months, I was just planning my escape. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, we came up quick. You know, I do that. I come up quick. With my job, I could just get focused on going to work. I can make a lot of money. You know, I'm a good salesman. I'm like one of the top dogs. And I don't got to do no bullshit to get my sales. Like, I just really just had to do the job. Like, I'm a manager. I can teach you how to do the job. And just the way that I teach you how to do the job, I go to the field and talk to the customer just like I talk to the rep. It ain't a difference. Like, it don't change. I'm the same person. Like, and so it's like, you know, we kicking it and she helped me out. And then so I helped her out. And so the thing was like, okay, we were supposed to build this business. But she was too busy out being a hoe. And she really was just trying to sabotage me the whole time. It was like, the area that I came into was not a good area for me to be into as an empath, because it was like that part of Tampa was like demonic. The whole fucking neighborhood was demonic. I was the only light around there. And it was like, everybody had their eyes on me. Like, you know how you be watching those old cartoons and it be like, people be stuck or whatever. They start looking at their people like a cooked ham or like something to eat. It was like the whole neighborhood was looking at me like something to eat, because it was like, I'm an earth angel. I'm a manifester, and it was just like I was down for a second. So it was like when they met me, it was like I was down. Even though I had a nice car, it was like they was already hating, like, oh damn, that nigga rad, right? And then it was like, because a lot of people just be hating me because I be riding good. I've been riding good for a lot of years. Like, like, you know how a drug dealer like get on, like a lot of niggas. When I started selling cable, a lot of niggas was selling drugs. Like, I sold drugs. And I seen niggas go to jail, get out. Then I got away from that like early. And then when I started selling stuff legally, it was like I started making money like a drug dealer, and I had stuff. And then it was like I see people get money selling drugs, and in 2 years they be knocked. And then another guy pop up, and another guy pop up, and then another guy pop up, and then another guy pop up. This 20, 30, this 20, 25 years later, I'm still pulling new cars off the lot. Like, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, that hurt a lot of people's feelings. They look at me like I'm lucky or something, but they don't know the grind, what I had to go through. Like, I've been to every state 3 times. Driving, flying, getting out the same day, cranking, building teams for companies, taking over. You know what I'm saying? I didn't put the work in, but they don't want to see it like that. They just be wanting what I got without having to do the work. So they don't understand that it's like I got momentum. I understand law of attraction, so it's almost like by me being to certain levels, you can knock me down today to your level, but I'm not going to stay there, nigga. I know too much. I done been places. I done did things, nigga. I could make it happen again. So they hate that because they didn't knock me down time and time again. I let people come around, they knock me down, but I don't stay down. I get back up. It don't take long for me to get some cheese. So I had got some cheese, and I had started my restaurant. Then it was like, I'm a multitasker, and it would be pissing people off because it's like, I live in the projects, right? I'm not selling dope, but damn, nigga, you got a fucking restaurant, nigga. You got damn, then I started selling clothes. I started selling women's sandals. We in Florida, they rock sandals every day. I got women's sandals, and I'm a hustler. I be out stopping girls on the street. Hey, they team, let me get some seven. I be good grinding, right? And they be seeing me, I be seeing them just sitting back looking like, damn, this nigga grinding. It's like, before I went to Tampa, when I first got to Tampa, or when I first was moving to that area, everybody was saying, don't move to St. Pete because the people in St. Pete crazy. Them niggas, and don't get me wrong, they gangster. But I got so much love in St. Pete. Like, even my neighbors, everybody, they just so cool, man. They like, man, I'm like family. It's like, if something happened, they'd be watching my house. Like, if it's, you know what I'm saying, that's how it was. It was like, they just showed me, it was like, they took me in St. Pete. Man, when I got to Tampa, man, I was getting to it with somebody in Tampa every day. But I do believe that it's because that them people that I was dealing with was demonic and devils, and I believe they had started putting stuff in my drink and was doing spells on me, because I believe they put me into some type of conflict spell, because I believe it was her daughter, because when her daughter came there, I started getting into it with people. It was like, man, the first day, it was like the first week her daughter was staying with us, people were just coming to me like demons and devils and rage. It was like, I got a new project that was really pissing people off. I got a new project, like one of the projects that I be doing kind of now too. And I had got a new project, and it was like I was doing the rest. It was like I be multitasking. So and the restaurant is not. That's a lot of work. I was doing that by myself. Like they was sabotaging me, and I was still doing it by myself. But nobody wanted to help me. It was like everybody got to help me. Wanted to try to like change my macaroni and cheese, and my macaroni and cheese was like doing numbers. I got a special way that I cook my mac and cheese, and it was doing numbers. Like it was like it'd be like if I get somebody to help me, like I get her to help me. The woman that was supposed to be helping me build the business, that we supposed to be building the business together, I'll try to get her to help me, and then it'd be like I'll be there, whatever, grinding, doing what I'm doing, got line or whatever the case may be. That she'll bring the mac and cheese that she done brought, that she supposed to use my recipe, and then she'll bring it, and I'll be like, the fuck? This don't look like my mac and cheese, you know what I'm saying? Then I'll be like, I'll start serving it to people because I'm got the grind and I'm grinding. And I'll be like, hold on, let me take a break and give me something to eat. And I'll be like, the fuck is this, some stovetop or some shit? She like, oh, that's how my family like it. I'm like, this ain't your damn family. This a damn business. People coming up here looking for what the hell they got yesterday and the day before yesterday. They not coming up here looking for what the heck fuck your family eat. They want this baked macaroni and cheese the way that I got this shit cooked, coming out, this shit looking right. How they want it. This is what they want. This is what this line is out here for. Because these people tasting this macaroni and cheese and they coming back. And they bringing their people with them. And then you gonna switch the recipe? Because, you know what I'm saying, she would do stuff like this. This is what would be going on. And she probably, I don't know what she was doing at the time, but she could have been coming up there to bring the macaroni and cheese. Ain't no damn telling. You with these motherfucking narcissists, man. And so it's like shit like that. And so it's like, man, it's like, so what ended up happening was some people from the neighborhood or whatever, or whoever, some people that was already kind of watching me. I be having people that be watching me. They just be like intrigued by me. And I know y'all probably like, nigga, you ain't nobody to be intrigued by. I am. I'm somebody that you could be intrigued by. And these niggas be wanting to be like me. Some women too. And what they do is they be watching me. And so some people was watching me. And so they figured they'd come in and tell her some bullshit that how her go against me. But she demonic anyway. She probably was down with for the shit from the get-go. Man, they done sabotaged my business. Man, they done did a whole bunch of crazy stuff to me down in Tampa, right? And it's like, ain't nothing gangster now. They ain't did nothing gangster. Everything was like behind my back. It's even like, even the little neighbor dude, it was like, don't get me wrong, we wasn't cool. I was always watching him because he a Jack boy. His name for real is Jack. And he a Jack boy. And you'll probably his rap name is Jack Boy. And the nigga named Jack. That's his real name, Jack. He stayed right next door to me. You know what I'm saying? He my little nigga, right? One of my little niggas, but I don't fuck with him like that because you know how them little niggas is when they stay next door to you. They be trying to break in your crib when you ain't there, and I got so much shit. I'm in violation. It's like I came up so fast. It's like I went there with like just a bag of clothes I was able to get before the police got there and a car. And it was like, I'm going to say 2 months in, I got so much shit there that for my business. I got generators outside. I got all type of shit. I got a new grill that I got outside for what I do for like my little, I got people coming through buying burgers and different things. I got an outside grill, you know what I'm saying, that you can pull the grill up. You could just do stuff outside. I got all this type of stuff sitting outside, right? Because I use it like daily, right? I got this, and so it's like one day, it's like I got cameras and shit, and so one day I'm like, every day when I get up, you know, I don't know why I do it. Every day, because I live in the projects, so every day when I get up, I go to the window and I look and see if all my shit is there. My truck is there, my car is there, so all my shit is there. That's the first thing I do. I'd be like, even before I pray, I promise I love God and I pray all the time, but even before I pray, I just be like, man, I'm gonna see if everything is out there. So I'm going look and I'm like, something ain't right. Something is gone. I'm like, man, my generator is gone, man. I'm like, babe, my generator gone. I'm like, yo, my generator is gone. So I'm like, yo, pull the camera up. And so I'm like, she pulled the camera up. And we watching through the camera. You know, you be looking through the camera, you be looking for something. Then we like, hold on, go back. The generator there. Okay, now go to that clip. Okay, the generator gone. Okay, hold on, slow down, slow the fuck down. So we slow down. Next thing I know, I see a car bagging in with the plate covered. And then I see some niggas jump out with a mask with some mask on. I'm like, hold on, I know this nigga. Right, one of these niggas with this mask on right here. I'm like, that's the nigga next door. And she like, I'm like, that's the little nigga next door. And she like, no, that ain't. I'm like, no, that's the little nigga next door. I know how people move. That's the little nigga next door. And I'm like, rewind the tape. So she rewind the tape. Earlier that day, that nigga came over there. Cause he don't live there. That's his sister's house, but he always be over there. Earlier that day, that nigga came over there in that car, and that car didn't have nothing on the plate. But they came back like 4 in the morning. This man that came in the house and tried to rob us. It's 4 in the morning, right? And I know the nigga be too with his gun on him or whatever the case. He always have his little gun on him. So I called the nigga. Nigga, bring my shit and put it back where you fuck you got it from. What the hell wrong? I call him a bitch. I'm like, you little bitch ass nigga. I'm like, put my shit back where the fuck you got it from. And he like, man, I ain't got your shit. Cause he like, you know how these niggas is, these little young niggas, they'll rob you or murder you in the South and they'll call you Mr. Johnson, can you give me 45 cents? And they'll kill your ass, boy. For real, that's how they do it in the South. Mississippi too. And so that's how it is. It's like they respect me, but it's like they'll do something to you though at the same time. So he he talks you know, man, you blaming me for something I didn't even do. I said, boy, you know I got cameras around here, boy. You look right into the camera, boy. He's like, you're blaming me for something I ain't do, man. What's wrong with you? I'm like, listen. Bring my shit and put it back where you got it from, nigga, or it's gonna be a problem. And he like, I'm like, matter of fact, just come over here, then we could talk about it. And he like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't want to talk about it, nothing like that. I ain't never seen this dude again since then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. You know, it was little stuff like that started happening around there. You know what I'm saying? And it'd be like, people would be saying little stuff or whatever the case may be. And I just had to be careful, you know what I'm saying? But I was never like, I'm the type that if I think I should be scared, I'ma be too gangster. For real. It's like a mechanism, my guy. If I be like, oh, this is a reason why I should be scared, huh? Okay, well, y'all niggas better be scared, nigga. That's how I am. Like, you better quit playing with me. For real. Like, I used to bully the bullies. You know what I'm saying? That's my personality. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't play around like that. You're going to have to do something to me. For real. You're going to take my stuff. Because I know how I work in the hood. Like, I'm new around there. Somebody take one thing from you. And it's a wrap. So, okay, so long story short, man, these people ended up being like into black magic. That's how I learned out about this stuff. I didn't even know about no black magic and nothing. This was just like a year ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, I didn't even know nothing about none of this stuff. My enemies taught me this stuff. People attacking me. That's how I found out about my destiny. Like, these narcissists attacking you and stuff is causing you awakening. They causing you to watch videos like this. They causing you to find your purpose. They causing you to go into your destiny. So it's like a twin flame journey don't necessarily mean that you're going to be with this person. That could just mean that there's somebody to help you with your awakening, and then, or this, like, sometimes two people fake like they your twin flame. Like, I don't even believe this person was my twin flame. I believe they was just a karmic faking like my twin flame. You know what I'm saying? I believe somebody that I'm just meeting, or, you know, going to meet recent soon is my twin flame. For real. And you have like a fake imposter. The devil send an imposter in before he send in the actual, twin flame. If you the type of person that got a twin flame journey. And I think most people do have, chosen people do have a twin flame. And when you have a twin flame, you also have devil kids who is here to stop you and your twin flame from getting together. And if your twin flame fall for the bullshit, you not at fault. You will be able to go to God and get out of that contract and call in a higher level soulmate. See, that's what we got to learn how to do too. We got to learn how to call in our soulmates. But you can't call in a new soulmate until you got rid of these old soulmates. Like some of these narcissists are your soulmates. They just karmic soulmates. Like this person was just a karmic soulmate faking like a twin flame. And then you had clowns out here thinking that was my real twin flame. And they was attacking, they were thinking they could attack me. Crazy, man. People stupid out here right now. Yeah, these devils is using black magic. And you probably under a spell. If you're dealing with narcissists and you get into a conflict, like you feel like you start getting to a point where you get into a lot of conflict and a lot of different stuff like that, that they put a conflict spell on you, dummy. You better break it. You better cleanse your energy. Now, I'm not gonna tell people how I cleanse my energy because I know my enemies be watching and they don't need to know how I cleanse my energy and stuff. But cleanse your energy and keep your vibration high. One of the ways that you can always combat the narcissist, and you probably like, how can I get my vibration high when my heart is broken? That's the problem. You gotta get your heart unbroken. You gotta heal. You gotta become independent. Like I'm independent now. Now. That person could never date me now. That old person who I was just telling y'all about, that story about the fake twin flame, that person could never date me. My boundaries is too strong and I'm not codependent. So I would never date nobody to be staying with them. I would keep where I'm going and going where I'm going until I knew it was, I would take my time with the situation. I wouldn't rush it. I wouldn't be living with nobody in a week. And I should know better than that anyway at my age. But it was like at the time that narcissist, that other one that I left had my head all messed up. And I was thinking like some woman is supposed to, you thinking that somebody's supposed to help you heal when you got to do your healing yourself. And I wasn't ready to do it at that time. So I had to go through another lesson. See, until you learn your lesson, you got to keep on dating these people and learning and dealing with all these toxic people. Until you learn and you cut them all off. Go by yourself and heal. As you heal, you're fighting for your independence. When you get your healing and you get your independence and you don't need nobody else, that's when you can have anybody you want. You can pick and choose who will be in your life. Not because of necessity, but because that's just what you want to do. So independence and healing, any childhood wounds or trauma. I just want to say to my baby mama, it's not my fault that your parents was under demonic influence and did whatever they did to ruin your life. But you got to grow up and take responsibility for your own responsibilities and your own problems. And when you do that, you will be healed and maybe you can go out and chase your own independence. Till then, fuck you. I'm doing me out here. But yeah, I'm just checking in with another video. Just giving y'all a little heads up on kind of just my story, and you could take from that what to stay away from and what may have led you into your toxicity. Was you codependent? Did that codependency lead you down the road to dealing with this person? Whether it was to have somebody in your life, to have a car, to have a house, to have the image of what a relationship looked like, to have a fat booty or a man with a nice body, or what was, did you take your time? Did you move too quick? Like, how did you check yourself so the next time you're less vulnerable to allow some bullshit to happen in your life? Yo, I'm checking out. Like, share, subscribe.